I am your enemy. The man holding a stone axe looked toward Imoka's heaven. His expression was almost unnervingly calm, as if nothing could surprise him. The person who appeared was none other than Tai Pang, the sole disciple of the primordial sacred flame. After receiving an urgent message from Dragon Origin sent to the Do domain, he rushed here immediately. Originally, primordial sacred flame was also planning to come, but due to the need for someone to stay and guard the Do domain, primordial sacred flame chose to remain there. Furthermore, the strength that primordial sacred flame had once bestowed upon Xiao Yan had not yet fully recovered. However, Tai Pang was not the only heavenly supreme strongman who had rushed from the Do domain. After appearing, Tai Pang directly crushed a jade slip in his hand, and then the space behind him distorted, and a figure emerged. The person who appeared was an old man. The old man was very short and stood next to Tai Pang, only reaching Tai Pang's waist height. His head was smooth and without a single wrinkle. The old man's name was Imo, a new heavenly supreme who had joined the Boundless Fire domain around 4 years ago. Although he was not well known in the Great Thousand Worlds, his strength as a heavenly supreme was unquestionable. Seeing Tai Pang and Imo appear, Imoka's heaven narrowed his eyes slightly. He was already well informed about Imo from the intelligence he had gathered. Imo was just an ordinary lower heavenly supreme, so he didn't take him seriously. However, the man holding the stone axe truly caught him off guard. You must be Tai Pang, the sole disciple of primordial sacred flame, right? I didn't expect you've already reached the upper heavenly supreme level, Imoka's heaven said to Tai Pang. Previously, according to Imoka's heaven's information, Tai Pang was only a lower heavenly supreme and hadn't even reached the peak. What Imoka's heaven didn't know, however, was that the Tai Pang he knew was from 11 years ago, when he fought Xiao Yan in the primordial sacred domain. In the 11 years that had passed, Tai Pang had truly entered the upper heavenly supreme realm just a year ago. Who are you? A spy sent by the extraterritorial evil clan to infiltrate the Great Thousand Worlds? Tai Pang asked, looking at Imoka's heaven. Heh, the extraterritorial evil clan? Those trash aren't worthy of sending me. But you, just now, you declared yourself my enemy? Imoka's heaven coldly chuckled. As his voice echoed, a terrifying aura immediately spread over millions of miles. I think you're not worthy to be my enemy. When Imoka's heaven's words rang out, his overwhelming aura caused Imo's expression to change. Imoka's heaven's cultivation had already reached the peak of upper heavenly supreme. In terms of aura alone, he surpassed Tai Pang by 2 times and was only a step away from being a perfected heavenly supreme. However, when Imoka's heaven unleashed his power without reservation, Tai Pang, standing across from him, didn't seem to recognize the gap between their levels. He took a step forward, instantly appearing before Imoka's heaven. Then, gripping his stone axe tightly, he didn't hesitate for a moment and struck fiercely at Imoka's heaven. Tai Pang's attack made Imoka's heaven slightly stunned. But since his strength far exceeded Tai Pang's, Imoka's heaven wasn't unable to react. As Tai Pang's heaven-splitting axe descended, Imoka's heaven narrowed his eyes, and the spiritual energy in the surrounding space surged, coalescing into an immensely solid spiritual energy wall right in front of him. Although the wall was simply formed from spiritual energy, Imoka's heaven's barrier was so solid that even ordinary heavenly supremes couldn't shake it. However, when Tai Pang's axe struck, cracks rapidly spread across the wall of spiritual energy, causing Imoka's heaven's pupils to constrict. Boom! The spiritual energy wall shattered completely under Tai Pang's strike, far beyond what Imoka's heaven had expected. He had no choice but to instantly use the heaven and earth shift technique, moving several 100,000 miles away. After reaching a safe distance, Imoka's heaven was horrified to see that the space he had just been in was torn apart by an endless black rift, and a figure that had been caught by the violent attack, unable to dodge in time, was now plummeting toward the sea below. It was the Maha Sword. What terrifying power! What kind of axe is that? Now, Imoka's heaven was genuinely shaken by Tai Pang's strike. From his calculations, the force behind that blow could rival the full force strike of a peak upper heavenly supreme. Could that be a heavenly artifact? Now, in the heaven of Imoku, it became clear why Elder Imo He-jin had fled in such a disheveled state from the heavenly flame continent earlier. It was because he had encountered such a terrifying existence. Whoosh! As the heaven of Imoku withdrew, Imo Jietua beside Tai Pang also moved, darting toward the distant horizon. He chose to join the battlefield where Dragon Origin and the Great Drum King were, while Tai Pang was left to deal with the task of holding off the heaven of Imoku. At the same time, the arrival of Tai Pang and Imo Jietua greatly invigorated Lu Shanhe, Tuasha Ancient Emperor, and Dragon Origin. At least reinforcements had arrived, and the first red zone of this battle had been claimed by Tai Pang. With one upper heavenly supreme already lost from the ranks of the heaven of Imoku, if Tai Pang could hold off the enemy, then as long as they persisted, the boundless fire domain would undoubtedly win. The battle's commotion would soon reach the Great Thousand Worlds, and when that time came, for the sake of the Imoku God clan's face, they would have no choice but to retreat. Clearly, the heaven of Imoku understood the situation as well. Originally, they had focused on Xiao Yan, not the boundless fire domain, but now, Tai Pang had heavily wounded an upper heavenly supreme from the Imoku God clan, meeting the conditions for the Imoku God clan to initiate a full-scale war. Elders, there's no need to hide our strength any longer. Let's suppress them directly. The voice of the heaven of Imoku rang out across the heavens and earth. Hearing this, Imo He-tion and the two origin-level elders nodded simultaneously. From that point on, Imo He-tion's task was no longer to stall Tuasha Ancient Emperor, but to pour all his strength into defeating him, while the two origin-level elders immediately unleashed the Maha-Cosmic Force, attacking Dragon Origin and the others without holding back. The true peak battle began to erupt. Meanwhile, in the nearby seas of the heavenly flame continent, the confrontation between the heaven of Imoku and Tai Pang fully unfolded. I must say, that stone axe in your hand truly amazes me. If I'm not mistaken, that should be the heavenly artifact known for having the strongest offensive power in the Great Thousand Worlds. The heaven-splitting axe, the heaven of Imoku said, reappearing across from Tai Pang. He stared at the stone axe in Tai Pang's hand, speaking with indifference. Tai Pang remained silent upon hearing this. His task was not to engage in conversation with the heaven of Imoku, but to stop this enemy. Heh, if it's a contest of attack power you want, then the next move I make, if you can block it, will force all the strong members of the Imoku God clan to withdraw from the boundless fire domain. The heaven of Imoku declared. And don't worry, I'll only use 50% of my power. At that moment, Tai Pang tightened his grip on the heaven-splitting axe, but a flicker of displeasure passed through his eyes. Clearly, the words of the heaven of Imoku were meant to provoke him. The heaven of Imoku's lips curled into a cold smile. 24 years ago, he had given up the chance to marry Qingyan Jing in order to obtain the legendary Chaos Divine Sword Art from the Chaos Clan. Slowly, the heaven of Imoku's gaze narrowed, and a golden rune appeared between his brows. It was a sword-shaped golden symbol. As the rune emerged, a deep voice issued from his mouth. Chaos Divine Sword Art, to pierce the heavens. At the same time, several tens of millions of miles away, on the heavenly flame continent, three figures emerged from a twisting of space. They were Xiao Yan, Xiao Sun, and Xiao Lin, having just exited the heavenly tomb. Dad, over there. You should go take a look. Xiao Sun immediately pointed toward the distant horizon as they emerged from the heavenly tomb. Xiao Yan raised his head, and although they were tens of millions of miles away, he could still feel the intense surge of energy and chaos. Stay here and don't wander off. Your mother and the others are on their way here. Xiao Yan instructed Xiao Sun and Xiao Lin, who nodded in acknowledgement. Xiao Yan then moved swiftly, darting toward the distant horizon. At that moment, a dazzling golden light erupted from the far-off sky. It was the light of destruction. The brilliant golden light spread across the heavens and earth. In this moment, everything seemed to fall into silence. At that time, Tai Pang saw it. A golden longsword, about 10 feet long, formed above the heaven of Imoku's head. It had no hilt, only the blade itself. This sword seemed to declare a simple yet violent message to everyone in the world. If the heaven-splitting axe is the most powerful offensive heavenly artifact, then the mixed divine sword, as the supreme skill of the Imoku god clan, holds an even higher standing in the Great Thousand Worlds. It is unparalleled, the strongest attack without exception. Neither the primordial divine art, the celestial tools, nor any other form of attack can surpass the power of the mixed divine sword. At this moment, although Imojiatua is only unleashing 50% of its power, there is no doubt that the mixed divine sword he wields is something no one below the level of a perfected heavenly supreme can withstand. Therefore, when the distant Imoku Heavenly Origin and others saw Imojiatua unleash such an ultimate technique as the mixed divine sword, they were also quite surprised, for the mixed divine sword is, in fact, one of his two strongest trump cards. And the one who forced Imojiatua to use the mixed divine sword was not the Flame Emperor Xiao Yan from the Boundless Fire Domain. Originally, I came to the Boundless Fire Domain not with the intention of targeting you, but since you have injured one of the elders of the Imoku god clan, then what's done is done. You will now pay the price, Imojiatua said, his eyes glimmering with golden light, filled with killing intent, a gaze originally meant for Xiao Yan. As his words fell, the mixed divine sword, floating above his head, shot out directly. The mixed divine sword's initial speed wasn't fast, but the golden light around it seemed to carry a destructive power capable of wiping everything out completely. Wherever it passed, the space shattered into black nothingness before it even had a chance to collapse. The sword itself gained an insane speed in this void, rapidly increasing in intensity. As the mixed divine sword attacked, Tai Pang's eyes flashed with sharpness. The terrifying destructive force emanating from the sword made him realize the real deadly danger it posed, a danger he had only encountered once before among his peers over the years. Is this a dimensional breaking attack? With Tai Pang's keen vision, he immediately understood why the mixed divine sword was so terrifying. It was a type of attack that broke through dimensions, and the horror of the mixed divine sword lay in its unstoppable nature. Let's see then, which is stronger, the heaven-splitting axe or the mixed divine sword? Tai Pang slightly crouched, and with a burst of power from his legs, his body shot forward like an arrow piercing through space, directly heading toward the front of the mixed divine sword. At that moment, the mixed divine sword had already reached an extraordinary speed, and the clash between the two was about to happen in the next instant. Tai Pang swung the heaven-splitting axe with fury. It was the most primitive cleaving motion, but the one that could unleash the full power of the heaven-splitting axe. Heaven-splitting, earth-shattering. His deep voice echoed, and in the next moment, the heaven-splitting axe collided head-on with the incoming mixed divine sword. Unlike before, Tai Pang didn't use the axe's blade to counter the sword, but directly used the axe itself, for the strongest move of the heaven-splitting axe was to attack with the axe head itself. Bang! The collision of these two ultimate attacks, mixed divine sword and heaven-splitting axe, lasted only an instant, but the resulting shockwaves turned the surrounding space within a million zhang radius into nothingness. That space didn't even have time to collapse, and the Tai Pang and mixed divine sword caught within the vast void were instantly erased from the view of the world, for everything in the void was unknowable. However, this uncertainty lasted only for a breath. After a breath, a figure, with its upper clothes completely shredded, shot out of the void, holding the heaven-splitting axe tightly. As the figure descended into the sea below, the shockwave from the impact cleaved the vast ocean into two halves, creating a visually stunning scene. Clearly, Tai Pang lost in his confrontation with the mixed divine sword, and the entire process was concealed by the void, leaving no one to know what happened. Tai Pang's defeat was soon seen by Dragon Origin and others in the distance, which shocked them. They had originally placed their hopes of stopping Imojiatua on Tai Pang, but this result, where he was defeated with one blow, surpassed their expectations. It was exactly because of Tai Pang's defeat that Dragon Origin and others' attack momentarily stalled, and it was during this brief pause that Imojiatua and the others seized the opportunity to reverse the once evenly matched battle. Damn it! Having been caught off guard, Dragon Origin and the others had no choice but to focus once again on dealing with their opponents. Meanwhile, on the sea near the Heavenly Flame continent, Imojiatua looked coldly at Tai Pang, who had been blasted into the sea by the power of the mixed divine sword. The golden light that pierced through the void was none other than the mixed divine sword unleashed by the heaven of Imoku. But at this moment, the mixed divine sword had deviated from its original trajectory. That is to say, while Tai Pang had just been sent flying by the mixed divine sword, he had actually managed to shift the sword's direction. How is this possible? Seeing that Tai Pang, relying on the strength of the upper heavenly supreme, had shifted the direction of his mixed divine sword attack, Imoku's heart trembled slightly. At that moment, a massive water column, 100,000 zhang tall, suddenly surged up from the ocean ahead. Then, a familiar figure, one that once again astonished Dragon Origin and the others in the distance, soared out from the water column. It was none other than Tai Pang, who had been struck directly by the mixed divine sword. His arms were drenched in bright red blood, and his arms, tightly gripping the heaven-splitting axe, trembled uncontrollably, clearly a sign of being numbed by the sword's power. Truly tenacious. Imoku was quite surprised to see that Tai Pang, after enduring a direct blow from the mixed divine sword, still had the strength to move. At this moment, Tai Pang's expression was grave, his gaze fixed on the heaven-splitting axe in his hands. There was now a noticeable chip on the axe's edge, the first time the axe had ever been damaged since its creation. The fact that Tai Pang had managed to deflect the mixed divine sword earlier came at the cost of this damage. Although you deflected the mixed divine sword, you no longer have the strength to continue fighting me, do you? Imoku remarked, looking at Tai Pang's trembling hands. As he spoke, an immense wave of spiritual energy surged through the air, coalescing into a beam of light 100 zhang long. This beam of light was casually formed by Imoku, clearly believing that Tai Pang was no longer capable of blocking even such an attack. Swish! The spiritual energy beam Imoku formed shot forward immediately after taking shape, piercing through the air. For someone who could previously deflect a mixed divine sword with half its power, Imoku believed that Tai Pang no longer posed any threat and couldn't afford to let him grow any stronger. However, just as Imoku's spiritual energy beam rushed toward Tai Pang, a frown suddenly appeared on his face. He noticed, with a start, that a figure in black robes had appeared in front of Tai Pang. Imoku hadn't sensed this figure's presence, as there had been no fluctuation in spiritual energy. Finally showing yourself? You hiding, sneakily lurking fool. Imoku narrowed his eyes as he looked at the figure in front of Tai Pang, a mocking smile curling at the corners of his lips. Meanwhile, not far off, Tai Pang, still holding the heaven-splitting axe with trembling hands, was stunned. He hadn't noticed the figure approaching him at all. While Tai Pang was momentarily frozen, the figure slowly raised a hand and caught the incoming spiritual energy beam. With a firm grip, the figure crushed the beam, causing it to explode into countless fragments of spiritual energy that rained down like a torrential storm onto the ocean below. The figure then slowly looked up, locking eyes with Imoku, and spoke calmly. You've lost an upper heavenly supreme, but now you've wounded one of mine. This matter is settled. You can leave. Imoku sneered in response. Heh, this isn't over yet? Hearing this, the figure in black robes stared at Imoku. Their eyes met, and then a deep, resonant voice echoed across the heavens and earth. In that case this time, you will not be going back. In the distance, the battle circle between the Tuasha Ancient Emperor and Imoku Cosmic Force was once again shaken. At this point, their battle had moved farthest from the Heavenly Flame continent, but they were still aware of the events happening there. Heh, after waiting so long, the brat from the Boundless Fire domain finally shows himself. After stabilizing his position, Imoku Cosmic Force looked toward the distant battlefield, which was now the site of Imoku's struggle. The scene unfolding there was clearly visible to him, including the appearance of the black-robed figure. Upon hearing this, Tuasha Ancient Emperor frowned slightly. His gaze shifted toward the area beyond the Heavenly Flame continent, where the long-awaited Xiao Yan had finally made his appearance. A look of surprise appeared on his face. He knew that Xiao Yan's arrival meant the end of this battle. At the same time, in other battle circles across the heavens, the appearance of Xiao Yan caused everyone to halt their fighting. It was then that a loud voice rang out from the edge of the Heavenly Flame continent. It was Imoku's voice. Elders, Flame Emperor has arrived." Hearing this, Imoku Heaven also smiled. In the next moment, his figure moved, shaking off the Tuasha Ancient Emperor and rushing towards the distant Imoku Heaven. The two origin-level elders of the Imoku God Clan, upon seeing this, immediately stopped their battle with Lu Shanhe, Long Yuan, and the others, and rushed towards Imoku Heaven. After Imoku Heaven called back all the elders of the Imoku God Clan, the Tuasha Ancient Emperor, Long Yuan, and the others naturally did the same. They each headed towards Tai Pang and Xiao Yan. After a few moments, they arrived above the nearby sea area of the Heavenly Flame Continent. There, Xiao Yan stood with his hands behind his back, facing Imoku Heaven and the others, who had just arrived, in a standoff. However, before Tuasha Ancient Emperor and the others could speak, Xiao Yan addressed them first. "Senior Ancient Emperor, this matter is between me and them. It does not concern you. Please return to the Heavenly Flame Continent for now." With that, Xiao Yan turned his gaze towards Imoku Heaven and the others and asked, "Am I right?" Upon hearing this, Imoku Heaven and the others sneered coldly and nodded. It seemed that Xiao Yan was quite self-aware. Indeed, they had come to the Boundless Fire Domain this time, solely for Xiao Yan. As long as no one else intervened, they would not be affected. "Xiao Yan, they have the advantage in numbers. I think we should." Long Yuan still felt a bit concerned about Xiao Yan. After all, even though Imoku Heaven's group had lost one upper Heavenly Supreme, their combined strength still rivaled that of a perfected Heavenly Supreme. How could Xiao Yan face them alone? "Don't worry, Senior Long Yuan. A few who are still complacent in their misguided paths won't be able to do anything to me," Xiao Yan said lightly. "Misguided paths? What do you mean?" Long Yuan frowned upon hearing Xiao Yan's words, clearly confused. At this moment, Tuasha Ancient Emperor raised his hand to stop Long Yuan and Lu Shanhe, saying, "Leave this to Xiao Yan. He now shoulders the entire Boundless Fire Domain, and he surely has his own plans and confidence. We must trust him." Hearing this, Lu Shanhe, Great Drum King, and Imo Tua all nodded. Xiao Yan had broken through the shackles of a lower dimension to reach this point, and in just about 20 years, he had built a barrier to protect the Great Thousand Worlds from the extraterritorial evil clan. It was clear that Xiao Yan must possess something extraordinary. Xiao Yan himself was a miracle, so why would it be impossible for him to create more? Long Yuan's concerns were understandable. Among those present, he was the only one who had managed a major force for over 10,000 years, and his caution was unmatched. However, in the end, he chose to trust Xiao Yan and followed Tuasha Ancient Emperor and the others back to the Heavenly Flame Continent. Once they returned, they stood at the edge of the continent, observing Xiao Yan's actions. "Now that the outsiders have left, it's time to settle the score," Xiao Yan said as he once again looked towards Imoku Heaven and the others. As he spoke, he waved his hand towards the sea below. Immediately, Imoku Heaven and the others saw a whirlpool begin to form on the sea's surface, rapidly expanding. In just a few breaths, it stretched over 100,000 feet, and after a dozen more breaths, when the whirlpool had reached millions of feet, a grayish sand and stone area appeared. Xiao Yan had completely displaced the seawater, revealing the sea floor. On a rock, there lay the unconscious figure of the Imoku sword, which had been struck by Tai Pang's sky-opening axe earlier. However, when Xiao Yan made this move, Imoku Heaven and Imoku Chinkuan both felt something strange. When Xiao Yan opened the seabed, he had not emitted a single detectable fluctuation, at least not of spiritual energy or any force of heaven and earth. What power had Xiao Yan used? What do you think of this place? After revealing the Imoku sword, Xiao Yan turned and asked Imoku Heaven and the others, "What do you mean? Elder Sword was just careless and made a mistake. You don't intend to use him to threaten us and make us retreat, do you?" Imoku Heaven snapped back to his senses from the confusion over Xiao Yan's unknown power. He looked at Xiao Yan, his expression still one of a high-ranking person, playfully observing those beneath him. "No more useless words. Let's get straight to the point," Imoku Chinkuan said to Xiao Yan. "You should still remember what you used at the Myriad Pill Conference, right? That was a supreme treasure of our Imoku." "I know about this matter, But I'm not sure how you want me to explain it, Xiao Yan asked. If you cooperate, then this matter will not be complicated. You only need to come with us to the Imoku God Clan, where the clan leader will make the final decision, Imo Hichian Kuren replied. That would be difficult. I'm so large now, how could I possibly return with you to the Imoku God Clan? Xiao Yan responded. What do you mean? Imo Hichian Kuren's brows furrowed in irritation, clearly thinking Xiao Yan was toying with them. My meaning is very clear, Xiao Yan said. Because I, as I am now, represent the entire Great Thousand Worlds. Heh, ridiculous. Imoku Tian couldn't help but sneer coldly. Looking at Xiao Yan, he said, Do you know how vast the Great Thousand Worlds is? Do you know that over 40% of the heavenly supremes in the entire Great Thousand Worlds are in the primordial divine clan? Along with the myriad spirit divine clan, the rest of you are merely the last remnants. If you truly want to represent the Great Thousand Worlds, then only the primordial divine clan and the myriad spirit divine clan are qualified. As for you, you're just deluding yourselves into thinking you've built a barrier for the Great Thousand Worlds. Imoku Tian's voice reverberated through the heavens and earth, his words full of arrogance and confidence, and Imo Hichian Kuren and the others couldn't help but laugh. There was no exaggeration in Imoku Tian's words. However, a smile slowly curved at the corner of Xiao Yan's mouth. He looked at Imoku Tian and the others and said, A group of people who defy the heavens think they can represent the Great Thousand Worlds. The world truly seems different in your eyes. With that, Xiao Yan stepped forward. In an instant, the entire world turned crimson. The Imo Hichian Kuren group, still unable to sense any energy fluctuations from Xiao Yan, felt something strange. It was as if Xiao Yan had merely issued a command, and the world was changing on its own. Imoku Tian, on the other hand, observed Xiao Yan with interest. Though he didn't understand what kind of power Xiao Yan was using to alter the world, all they could sense from Xiao Yan now was weakness. It felt as though he had lost all his spiritual energy, as if his strength had been drained by a backlash during a tribulation. If Xiao Yan had lost his spiritual energy and the power of the heavens and earth, then the mysterious, unknown force could not possibly save him. After all, spiritual energy and the power of the heavens and earth were the well-known foundational forces in the Great Thousand Worlds. No practitioner could do without them on their path of cultivation. On the edge of the heavenly flame continent, Long Yuan and the others looked at the surrounding crimson world. Though they were hundreds of thousands of miles away from Xiao Yan, the intense heat waves still reached them. It seems he's already walking his own path, Tuasha Ancient Emperor observed, knowing some information that others didn't. What power is Xiao Yan using right now? I can't detect anything, Long Yuan asked, puzzled. Let's hope he can resolve this crisis, the others murmured. In the red-hued world, Imoku Tian and the others stood facing Xiao Yan. You're brave to face us alone, but in your current state, it looks like you're ready to fight, Imoku Tian said to Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan stood with his hands behind his back, like the true ruler of this crimson world. Hearing Imoku Tian's words, he smiled and replied, You're mistaken. It's not just me. This entire world is preparing to fight you. Still lost in your delusions of representing the world? Imoku Tian scoffed. Since you insist on resisting, don't blame us for taking action. As Imoku Tian finished speaking, two origin-level elders beside him vanished in an instant. The next moment, Xiao Yan's surroundings distorted, and the figures of Imo He Tian Yuan and Imo He Di Yuan appeared. Show us your true power. Stop pretending to be some mysterious figure, the two elders said, glaring at Xiao Yan. Their eyes locked onto him, and with a simultaneous motion, their palms shot toward Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan remained standing with his hands behind his back, seemingly unaware of the two approaching elders. However, the next moment, a shocking scene unfolded. When the palms of Imo He Tian Yuan and Imo He Di Yuan struck Xiao Yan, the destructive power contained within them seemed to vanish. It wasn't absorbed, but instead, it was transformed into another form of power. Searing heat. Boom. The fiery force erupted from their arms, instantly evaporating their limbs. The scene that unfolded on the two figures of Maha, heavenly origin, caused a change in expression for both Maha Heaven and Maha Cosmic Force, who were ahead. Damn it, what kind of cursed power is this? It's so hot, hiss. The scream came from the mouths of the two figures of Maha, heavenly origin. Realizing something was wrong, they quickly chose to retreat. However, just as they were about to back off, Xiao Yan stepped forward and placed his hands on their shoulders. A terrifying, scorching heat surged from his palms into their bodies, incinerating them before they could even scream. In the blink of an eye, they were reduced to nothing but black ash and smoke, drifting away with the wind. Two lower heavenly supreme peak experts were burned to ashes under Xiao Yan's unknown power. At this moment, Maha Heaven caught Xiao Yan's gaze, and he heard a calm yet judgmental voice from Xiao Yan's lips. Don't misunderstand. I'm not trying to resist. I'm here to bury you. Bury us? Flame Emperor, you sure have a big mouth. Xiao Yan's words, along with the sight of him turning two origin-level elders to dust in an instant, filled Maha Heaven and Maha Cosmic Force with intense rage. They had thought Xiao Yan was standing alone to avoid involving the boundless fire domain, but instead, Xiao Yan's arrogance reached unprecedented heights. He had the audacity to claim they would all die here. In the distance, Tuasha Ancient Emperor, Dragon Origin, and the others saw Xiao Yan's actions. The moment when two lower heavenly supreme peaks were reduced to ashes made them shudder slightly. Just how powerful had Xiao Yan become? Xiao Yan, you've killed two of my Imoku God Clan's origin-level elders. Your life is now forfeit to my Imoku God Clan, Maha Cosmic Force said angrily. I'm standing right here. My life is here. If you want it, come and take it, Xiao Yan replied after burning Maha, Heavenly Origin and Maha Cosmic Force to ash. You really think I can't kill you? Maha Cosmic Force spat, taking a step forward, ready to strike. However, Maha Heaven suddenly reached out and stopped him. Cosmic Elder, Xiao Yan's life is mine to take. You need not interfere. Maha Heaven said, his body radiating an overwhelming surge of celestial force. The power, at the peak of upper heavenly supreme, made the entire crimson sky tremble. Hearing this, Maha Cosmic Force stepped back, well aware of Maha Heaven's strength. Against such power, no matter how arrogant Xiao Yan was, he would inevitably fall. Whoosh! Maha Cosmic Force retreated, leaving the standoff between Xiao Yan and Maha Heaven. Aren't you coming together? Xiao Yan asked indifferently, watching Maha Cosmic Force pull back. You're not yet worthy for both me and Elder Cosmic to join forces against you, Maha Heaven replied. As his words fell, the celestial power swirling around him transformed into a massive tidal wave of energy, surging towards Xiao Yan. Boom! The destructive tidal wave of celestial power crushed space as it rushed towards Xiao Yan. Facing this, Xiao Yan sneered coldly. In a flash, he charged directly into the oncoming tidal wave, and without any spiritual or celestial energy, he allowed the wave to engulf him completely. Seeking death. Seeing Xiao Yan rush into the destructive wave, Maha Heaven snorted coldly. However, at that moment, he suddenly saw something unexpected. In the heart of the tidal wave, amidst countless fragments of space, a terrifying heat began to spread, and in the blink of an eye, the entire destructive wave evaporated clean, leaving no trace. Emerging from the center was Xiao Yan, standing calmly with his hands behind his back, his expression serene. Fusion of fire flames, huh? I've heard that you control a fire that merges many powerful heavenly flames, even stronger than the ancient Emperor's flame. Maha Heaven observed, his gaze darkening. Emperor Flame's power? I no longer use that, Xiao Yan responded. After speaking, he moved once more, rushing towards Maha Heaven. I don't care what power you use. You will fall here today. Seeing Xiao Yan approach, Maha Heaven's eyes shimmered with brilliant golden light. He had now realized that relying solely on the spiritual energy and celestial power of an upper heavenly supreme peak would not be enough to fight Xiao Yan. Your strength over the years has indeed exceeded the information and expectations I had control over, but now, with the next strike, I'll see how you intend to block it. After Imoku Tian spoke, he slowly closed his eyes, and his hands began to form a peculiar seal. The gesture was strange, completely different from the usual seals that ordinary people would use. Buzz. As Imoku Tian changed the seal in his hands, countless golden specks began to scatter from his body. These specks, resembling golden particles, each contained a destructive power. The countless golden particles emanating from Imoku Tian gradually gathered in front of him, forming a golden long sword about a foot long. It was like a real sword, but with no hilt, only a sharp blade. This fluctuation. Far in the distance, Imoku Tian's disciple Imo Hiqian saw that Imoku Tian had directly used the mixed divine sword. He immediately realized how formidable Xiao Yan appeared in Imoku Tian's eyes. Although Xiao Yan no longer emitted any spiritual energy fluctuations, the power displayed was no less than any opponent beneath a perfected heavenly supreme. At this moment, the mixed divine sword Imoku Tian wielded was twice as powerful as it had been when he used it against Tai Pang. This was the true strength of Imoku Tian's mixed divine sword. So, this is the so-called strongest attack, the mixed divine sword? Seeing the golden sword that Imoku Tian had formed, Xiao Yan murmured. He had heard of this ultimate technique, the mixed divine sword, from Lindong several years ago. Today, he was finally witnessing it firsthand. There is nothing the mixed divine sword cannot defeat, not even if you are a perfected heavenly supreme. Once the mixed divine sword was fully formed, Imoku Tian slowly opened his eyes. By this time, Xiao Yan had already closed the distance and was standing just a few feet in front of him. Heh, and there is nothing my fire cannot burn. Xiao Yan responded with a faint smile, looking directly at Imoku Tian's words. He was eager to see whether it was the mixed divine sword or his flame, which could burn all things in the world, that would prove more formidable. As Xiao Yan spoke, Imoku Tian's gaze suddenly sharpened. The mixed divine sword that had formed in front of him immediately pointed at Xiao Yan's chest and shot out, piercing through the air. Faced with the mixed divine sword only inches away from him, Xiao Yan, who still showed no trace of spiritual energy fluctuation, did something that caused Imoku Tian and the distant Imo Hiqian pupils to contract sharply. At the moment the mixed divine sword reached Xiao Yan's chest, Xiao Yan's hands reached out and grabbed the blade itself. You're done for. When Xiao Yan grabbed the sword with his hands, Imoku Tian immediately sneered coldly. He had not expected Xiao Yan to block the sword with such a stupid and hopeless method. In Imoku Tian's eyes, Xiao Yan's hands were certain to be destroyed. However, the cold smile on Imoku Tian's face lasted only an instant. The next scene that unfolded caused that smile to freeze. Xiao Yan's palms, which were holding the sword blade, suddenly erupted with an intense heat that even Imoku Tian could hardly believe. The scorching fire power that surged out instantly turned the space within 1,000,000 feet, centered around Xiao Yan and Imoku Tian, into a pitch-black, lightless void. But it was not a real black hole. It was the vast space that had been melted and evaporated by Xiao Yan's fire in an instant. How could there be this kind of heat in the world? Surrounded by the terrifying heat, Imoku Tian's body began to emit white steam, and his skin rapidly dried. His body's moisture was evaporating at an incredible speed. Upon seeing this, Imoku Tian hastily activated his spiritual energy to form a protective shield and quickly retreated. However, the intense heat bursting from Xiao Yan's palm was so terrifying that it triggered another phenomenon. Imoku Tian's spiritual energy was ignited. Young clan leader. Retreat. A shout came from the outer darkness. Imoku Tian saw Imo Hiqian rushing toward him from the distance. Clearly, Imo Hiqian was shocked by the sudden eruption of Xiao Yan's searing power. The strength was terrifying beyond imagination, and Imoku Tian, surrounded by it, was in the greatest danger. How did Xiao Yan control this kind of power? Elder Qian Kuan, don't come any closer. Seeing Imo Hiqian charging toward him, Imoku Tian's face changed, but by then, it was too late to stop Imo Hiqian from entering the evaporated space. After entering the dark space shrouded by terrifying heat, Maha-Cosmic Force's clothes were instantly reduced to ashes. His once aged body, as the moisture was rapidly evaporated, turned into a desiccated corpse-like figure. Maha Cosmic Force's old eyes even began to emit wisps of white steam. Ah, what kind of heat is this? A shrill scream escaped Maha Cosmic Force's mouth. At this moment, Maha Heavenly Supreme also arrived beside him, swiftly pulling Maha Cosmic Force out of the void zone evaporated by Xiao Yan. They immediately turned around and looked back at Xiao Yan in the blackened area. What happened next was a mark that would remain etched in Maha Heavenly Supreme's life. In the black void, only Xiao Yan remained. In his hands, golden gas began to spread out. This was the completely evaporated mixed divine sword. It was the first time in nearly 100,000 years since the creation of the mixed divine sword that it had been evaporated by such heat. At this moment, Maha Heavenly Supreme finally understood an unbearable truth. This was a completely one-sided battle.